Hi everyone, and welcome to our June Southern Arizona Company Update. And I'd like to introduce first John Gephardt, our Vice President for Business Development.
Hey guys, long time no see. We look forward to seeing you back here. And by the way, being back here August 11th, it'll be the second Tuesday of August, we're going to go back to live meetings. So put that in your calendars and get it on the books, and we look forward to seeing everybody. We're going to have a pretty good time. We got some of the sponsors that are coming in and our partners. We're going to do a kickoff back to having live meetings. So don't miss that, August 11th. Same time frames, 10 o'clock and 1 o'clock. And we look forward to seeing you then. I'd like to welcome a couple new agents. We've got a lot of new agents since we haven't been around, but the most recent, we brought the home plate team over, and we're proud to have them. Patricia Carbajal, Leticia Zwinga, Kim Carr, and Ethan to the Crown team. So thank you guys very much. We appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you in August. Talk to you soon.
Next, I'd like to introduce Jeff Murtaugh, who doesn't really need an introduction. Jeff, here he comes.
Hey everybody, hope you're keeping cool this summer and keeping the smoke off your house. It's not happening in my house, very smoky. I want to talk about a couple of things. The first thing I want to talk about is we got a great letter from the Ronald McDonald House, and that is congratulating our agents. 58 transactions through March through April, and we donated a little over $3,100. So thank you everybody that supports the Ronald McDonald House. It's wonderful for you to do that. Next, I want to talk about our numbers. Year to date, we are at $558 million sold, pretty darn good. Doesn't seem like this market slowed down at all. And we're at 2,358 units year to date. So we're cranking, and people that are working hard and making money, so good for you. Last thing I want to talk about are we have 2 leases that we are presently negotiating, almost there. One will be a brand new office in Sedona, very wonderful looking office, classy, updated building. We have a pizza place that's the top pizza place in Sedona on one side, and on the other side we have a Starbucks coffee, so lots of traffic, good signage. The next one is we have a new office going to go up in Green Valley, which is Green Valley Sahuarita, and it's in a Sprout shopping center. The deal is not quite done, we're just finalizing the lease, but we're really close. So great locations, and should help us have better exposure and great recruitment in the future. Thank you everybody, keep cool this summer, keep the smoke out of your eyes, and talk to you soon. Take care.
Thank you, Jeff. So let's bring up Carla Lopez. Hey Carla, it's all yours.
Hello. Hi everyone, hope everyone is staying clear of the smoke. So I just have 3 really quick announcements. The first one is going to be SkySlope. I know everyone has been asking our staff when SkySlope is going to do its release, and I actually just got off the phone with them earlier in the day, and we will start our recording sessions at the end of this month, beginning of July, so we could do our rollout hopefully by the 15th of July, if not sooner. So you will be receiving notifications from us as far as how to take that training, if we're doing them through Zoom, if we will be doing recordings. We'll make sure that everything is up for you, and you could view it at any time of the day through Prime Agent, and how you'll be able to access those recordings. So just keep an eye out for those emails from me. Our next one is Google My Business. Google My Business, yeah. Sorry, a lot of things going on. So Google My Business was one of the things that International has been assisting us with on making sure that Realty Executives Arizona territory is showing correctly on Google. And we need everyone's help on cleaning up your own Google pages, as there are some rules behind it. We've had some agents come up to us asking us, why is my name popping up with my phone number when someone calls into one of our offices, and instead it's going directly to that agent's cell phone number versus to one of our office phone numbers. The reason for it is the way that you registered your Google page. So in Prime Agent, and this is of course with the assistance of International, they have set up some rules behind it. And if you log into Prime Agent under Training Center, there is the Google My Business, and there are some slideshows, some step-by-steps on how to fix your pages, and there's some rules on how to name your Google page. So the first one would be John Dwyer Realtor, John Dwyer Real Estate Agent, or John Dwyer Tucson Real Estate Agent, or John Dwyer Tucson Realtor. What we do not want you to do is put Realty Executives Arizona Territory John Dwyer, Realty Executives Arizona Territory, comma John Dwyer, or John Dwyer dash Realty Executives Arizona Territory. By putting the Realty Executives Arizona Territory on your Google page, it allows, or should I say, it confuses the system, and it makes it seem as if your business page is our company business page. So that's why many of you are just getting those calls to your cell phones asking for other agents.
Carla, can I add one thing about that? We know that this has been done accidentally, and unfortunately that's an ADRE violation. It has to be clear who the brokerage is, and Google ultimately will respect the Department of Real Estate in the state of Arizona's rules regarding this. So if you're set up that way, you're going to have to change it back. And the instructions for how to do that will be in the Google My Business page in the training center in Prime Agent. If you have any questions regarding that, I'd be happy to take your phone calls, your emails, but the training center answers it all. And again, let's all try to get this cleaned up because it's affecting everyone and how we're showing up. It doesn't look very good in the Google search, in the Google My Business pages, when we have people showing up as the company not showing up correctly. It just doesn't look good. It's not a good image. Carla?
Perfect. So if everyone could please help us, make sure you log on to your Google page, Google yourself. If for some reason you are coming up as a John Dwyer dash Realty Executives Arizona Territory, it's probably in the settings of your Google My Business page. And third but not least is we have been receiving quite a few calls and emails regarding the logos on RPR. We currently are in communication with RPR. We sent them an email. Hopefully that will all be resolved before the end of the week. And we will make sure that everyone receives an email letting you know that those logos and the names have been changed in the system. That's it.
Thanks, Carla.
Thanks.
Next, I'd like to introduce our Senior Vice President, who everyone knows and loves, Mark Shin. He's got some interesting information to give you today.
Hey folks,
Mark?
welcome. Hope you're all doing well. I was going to wear a mask, but then we'd have to figure out a way to put in subtitles, so we decided against that. Just wanted to go over a couple things. Number one, we've got a good continuing education class going with Teresa Barnaby this month on June 24th from 9 a.m. to noon. It's a contract law class. It's called If They Say, You Say. And we have a lot of seats available by doing it through Zoom. I mean, last time we had 98 people sign up for the last class. So try to get some hours in. It's a contract class. It's a good class, and hopefully it will help you in your business. Another thing that comes up a lot between all of us that's different offices and management is the BINSR. There are ongoing issues with the BINSR. I would say far and away, the most calls we get on almost everything we do is related to the BINSR and the proper use of it and improper use. We are currently in a dispute now because of how the BINSR was written or not written. You must, on page 1 of the BINSR, you must give a reason specific to the home, premises, or surrounding area that you're disapproving of as a buyer. So you can disapprove the furnace is too old, the backyard is too big, it's too small. If you're rejecting the premises, you have to give a list or a reason specific to the property why you're rejecting it. If you don't do that and you put in lieu of repairs, seller to give buyer $5,000, which is one of the issues we have now, what happens is you've effectively approved of the condition of the property with no repairs, and you're trying to negotiate the contract via BINSR, which is improper use. You need to do it via an addendum. And so what happens in that case is the 10 days go by and the buyer's lost any opportunity to disapprove of the property or reject the property. And so what's happening with the case we had in lieu of repairs, seller would give a $9,000 credit to the buyer or price reduction. The 10 days went by and the agents were trying to figure, well, I got 5 days from the 10 days. And what happens is all those timelines go out the window. Once you've submitted a BINSR with no disapproved items and the 10 days goes by, the buyer's lost any opportunity to get repairs or to cancel. So make sure that there are reasons specific to the premises, technically and or surrounding area. Like if there was a sewage plant nearby, you could say that the buyer disapproves because of the sewage plant near the property. But again, it's got to be related to the property or specific to the premises. And the other thing that we see a lot of that you don't want to do is itemizing or not itemizing properly, like the list of repairs, somebody will write items 1, 3, 5, 7, 14, 18, 19, 20 on the home inspection report. And that's not sufficient. You need to write item number 1, seller to repair air conditioning unit as per attached proposal by such and such heating and cooling company, reference page 5, item number 2C or something on the home inspection report. So be specific. It will require a little bit more writing, but your client will get what they're expecting. And if they don't, and they are either losing their earnest money or losing their opportunity to get repairs, you don't want them looking at you. So if you have any questions on that, I can get into a little bit more. Feel free to give me a call on my cell, and I'd be happy to kind of go into more of a elaborate discussion on that. But just remember, you must give some items specific to the property that you're disapproving of. Do not use the BINSR as an addendum. Again, I hope you're all doing well, and we will look forward to seeing you in person sooner than later. Thank you.
Mark, I have one question before you leave. And the question is, and I think all of us on the leadership team, we get these questions. I know oftentimes the preference is in lieu of repairs. So what happens if an agent wants to use the term in lieu of? What would you suggest is the proper format for doing that? Would they list the specific repairs first and say something in lieu of those repairs? Could they do that?
Yes, so yeah, that's a good point. So if you itemize the list of items you disapprove, then you can have the seller repair those, and then, or you can write, or seller shall credit buyer $4,500 at close of escrow towards buyer's closing costs, or seller to reduce the sales price by $4,500. So once you list the items that are disapproved, then you can offer an alternative to say, or buyer, will accept either a credit or a sales price reduction. But then within your 10-day time period, you want to get an addendum stating that, and you don't want to use, if there's a lender involved, you don't want to use the phrase in lieu of repairs, seller to provide $4,500 for buyer repairs. What you want to do is just get it that the seller shall pay $4,500 or $4,500 price reduction at close of escrow, and then if they can add item number 2, you can write something like buyer and seller hereby remove the contingency regarding home inspection. So now, without saying in lieu of repairs, you've gotten the credit or the price reduction, and you dealt with the home inspection by saying in lieu of buyer seller hereby acknowledge that they have removed the inspection contingency. So that's the way to deal with the repairs. And again, you want to make sure that you get that signed addendum back before the 10-day time period's up, because you don't want that to expire and then you don't have anything worked out on your BINSR, and now the 10 days have gone by and you may have effectively accepted the property in its current condition. Again, the BINSR is not to be used for contract changes. You have to use an addendum. One exception, if it's a cash transaction, you can use an addendum all day long in lieu of repairs. Seller to reduce the sales price, or seller to credit buyer. So if it's a cash transaction, you can actually use in lieu of repairs. But absent that, you never want to do that in an addendum, because that's a red flag to the lender, and you want to try to avoid that. So again, like John said, you could list the repairs and then say, or give the seller an alternative in maybe a credit or a price reduction.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate that clarification. The next person I'd like to introduce, you met him last time we did this, and one of the newest members of our leadership team, Craig Thompson. You want to come up? Craig's our Houghton Road Manager, but he's also been working very closely with me on web and marketing initiatives. And Craig's got a real exciting announcement for us today. We want to give this man credit. He's the one that found what we're going to be able to offer for free to all of our agents at Realty Executives, and I hope you're going to like what you're going to hear from Craig. Craig?
If you don't like it, it was John Gephardt that found it. So anyways, we know that you guys are the best agents out there. Your clients know that you're the best agents. We want the rest of the world to know that you're the best agents. So what we've done was we've partnered with a company called Aravala. Aravala is a real estate review platform. What they're going to do is send out a review request to your clients. They give us a review on you and your services. They'll take that one review, and it's customizable. You can make that look and sound however you want. And they're going to blast that out to Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, your Facebook page, your Google business page that Carla was just talking about, as well as a couple other dozen websites out there. You get to pick and choose which ones those go to. If you don't have them, it's okay. It's all customizable. There's a negative review platform in there so that you can actually go in. If you don't ever want those to show up, or you want to respond to those first before they go out, whatever you want to do, it's all customizable. This is for you guys. You'll be able to auto import people, so you can send people through a CSV sheet, connect them to a lot of your CRMs that you guys currently have. There's all kinds of different options with this to make it very user-friendly. So two things with this. One, look out for an email. Be sending out an email no later than the end of the month. We're hoping by the 26th. So look out for that. We'll have some information in there about this. When you get that, the biggest thing is this is 100% free of charge for you. Leadership team wants to make sure that, hey, we're providing you guys some extra benefits and making sure that everybody knows how good you guys are. But the one thing that we do ask is when you do get that email, you do have to respond. It's an opt-in, not an opt-out. So when you do get this email, you're not automatically set up. You do have to send us an email. Let us know that you want to sign up for this. Free of charge again, but we'll get you set up within a day or two and you'll be up and running.
So Craig, a couple of things. I mean, the whole idea around this was to make it easy for you to get more reviews, and we all know how important that is. So we think this platform solves those issues. It makes it easy for your client to give one review, and then it goes out to all the social media areas that you want it to go out to. So I'm going to ask Craig, because I'm going to be on vacation, he'll be putting out the information on that as soon as it's available. And we're going to do a stronger follow-up in the month of August at the meeting. And as John had indicated earlier, we will not have any July meeting in Southern Arizona. So when we reconvene in August, we'll spend more time with this review platform. But anybody who wants to get started, as soon as Craig sends out the instructions of what to do, you can.
Yep, absolutely. And if you guys have questions, give me a call. It's an extremely user-friendly platform, but I think you guys will like it.
Yep, I'm pretty excited. I think you guys will be too. And thank you for your efforts there, Craig. So I'm going to wrap up today just with a couple of really quick things. And I get tons of calls, tons of questions about things that you could find out the information on very easily by simply logging in and looking in Prime Agent. Prime Agent is a wealth of information. All of our marketing materials in there, all of our logos are in there, company information is in there, and then all the wonderful things that you can use to help with your business. I also want to congratulate all the people who took the digital marketing class through our franchisor, Realty Executives International, this last 6-7 weeks. I think all of you are getting your certificates via email. That was a very comprehensive class. Craig and I know were on those calls. I learned some things I didn't know. I think Craig agrees with that. So we're real proud of all of those of you that had the time to do this. And the next time it happens, we're gonna encourage you to really learn what's available to you in the Prime Agent platform. It's what we pay our franchise fees for, is those efforts. The other thing is the Google My Business pages. It's really, really important how we show up as a company and how you show up as a business. And we can talk a little bit more about the Google My Business pages at our August meeting. We'll ask John, who's going to take over the live meetings again, John Gephardt will in the month of August, to schedule us a little bit of time, and we'll talk more about that. The last thing that I want to tell you today, and these are save the dates for those of you who want to participate. So on Monday, June 29th, and on Tuesday, June 30th, and Teresa Barnaby's going to be doing, and it was requested by you, a deep dive into video marketing. So it's going to be 3 hours one day, and then 3 hours the following day. And it's going to be the vision behind it, the actual how-tos, all the tool sets that you're going to need to do successful video marketing. So we'll be putting that class flyer out to you before the end of the week, and we'll look forward to seeing everybody at our normal in-person meetings on August the 11th, which is a Tuesday, the second Tuesday of the month of August. Thank you all very much, and have a good day.